Hello, everyone. This is Leah Klein, Health and Wholeness Coach, and today my question for you is, are you wavering? Our verse, continuing from last week, we're now on Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. Are you wavering? Are you feeling shaken? Our verse calls us to hold fast. And it's holding fast to our hope and our belief in what is to come, our belief that God is in control, our belief that there is something beyond this world and that there is a purpose for life. Holding fast to all of the hope that we have been given. And the basis for this hope is God's faithfulness. He who promised is faithful. Just think about that. God has made many promises in his word to us, and we can count on his promises because he never reneges on his promises. He will do what is best for us, even if it doesn't seem like what is best for us in that moment, because ultimately it is. We can only see things from our finite perspective, but he has a really big perspective and a plan, and we can put our hope and our trust in that faithfulness, that he is always there. He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. So I encourage you today to give your doubts to God. If you're having, things are making you waver, things are making your beliefs shake, give those to God. He is more than capable of handling them. You can be completely honest with him because there is nothing he doesn't know about you. And I do mean nothing. We cannot keep secrets from God. He knows us down to the microbe. So there is, and he is omnipresent. He sees everything that happens. And most of the time, we don't think about that. So I want to encourage you, take whatever you're feeling, take whatever you're experiencing to God. And if you're really struggling with this, I do encourage you to take some time and do a personal retreat, spend some one-on-one time with God in his creation. It's starting to warm up a little bit. You might be able to do something. You can also be in your car and for short periods of time, sometimes even when it's a little colder out, provided, of course, it's safe temperature outside to do that. But I also want to, as a final thing, mention again the Prosper virtual one-day event. And if the link is not up already, it should be up shortly. And do sign up for that, mark it off on your calendar, and join us virtually from your computer. And we get to spend several hours together. And we'll have a lunch break, of course. I mean, but spend some quality time thinking about God and growing in your faith. So, and of course, health will also, I'm sure, come up. Wanted to wrap up our time with another song that I felt was appropriate to what we're talking about, holding fast to our hope. And so I'm going to sing Christ the Solid Rock. Feel free to join in. Many of you probably already know it. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand, all other ground is sinking sand. When darkness veils his lovely face, I rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand, all other ground is sinking sand. His oath, his covenant, his blood support me in the whelming flood. When all around my soul gives way, he then is all my hope and stay. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand, all other ground is sinking sand. When he shall come with trumpet sound, oh, may I then in him be found, dressed in his righteousness alone, faultless to stand before the throne. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand, all other ground is sinking sand. So remember where your hope is built, on the solid rock. And I will see you next week when we continue in Hebrews 10. See you then.